Hi, and welcome to History's a Blast. We're going out on a limb with this episode and publishing a short video slideshow. Don't go away just yet. It's narrated with maps and music. In the mid-90s, I spent many hours and hundreds of rolls of Kodachrome and Fujichrome film, shooting slides of trains on railroads that were about to go away through the last wave of mega mergers that resulted in the current Big Four transcontinental systems in the United States. Closest to home was Conrail, which is the subject of this and future Throwback Thursday railroad history slideshows to come. Now, I concentrated on locations in south central Pennsylvania along parts of Conrail that rail fans then still referred to as its ancestral Pennsylvania Railroad's Pittsburgh and Middle Divisions. In this show, we'll visit points near Johnstown on the Pittsburgh Division and in and near Huntington on the Middle Division. We'll begin at a spot called CONPIT Junction, where the Conemaugh Division, black lines on the map, meets the Pittsburgh Division, green lines, near the big coal-fired power plant at New Florence. That power plant made a nice backdrop for westbounds. And the old Pennsy-style position lights made a nice frame for eastbounds. In those pre-9/11 days, the railroads mostly left you alone if you got close to the tracks, as long as you didn't stand right beside them or otherwise act stupidly. From here, we'll move east to the town of South Fork on the so-called West Slope, the climb from Johnstown to the summit at Gallitzin. South Fork is the namesake of the dam that broke on May 31st, 1889, causing the infamous Johnstown flood. Unlike Johnstown, South Fork survived the wall of water mostly intact because, as you can see from these scenes, it sits high up on the hillside. For railfan shutterbugs, it was a popular spot because there was an interlocking tower that still survived. It was torn down in a general wave of demolition following Conrail's takeover by the Borg-like monochrome Norfolk Southern in 2000. Not a fan. And for the wonderful fall foliage backdrop provided by the surrounding mountain ridges. From the summit at Gallitzin, the line runs down around Horseshoe Curve, the subject of our last episode, through Altoona and enters the Juniata River Valley. Our next stop is the village of Spruce Creek, where that creek flows into the Little Juniata and the site of a long-gone interlocking tower but still popular with rail fans. The railroad had to bore two parallel tunnels through the ridge in the background. The openings are out of sight just beyond the curve in the distance. From old photos, I believe the tower sat just to the left of the rear engine on this westbound train. Finally, we'll visit the town of Huntington. This was and is a popular spot because of the S-curve on the east side of town and for the signal masts and the railroad structures that you could frame your shots with. The large brick passenger station is still standing, and it was restored in the 1990s, at least on the outside. And of course, Hunt Tower was and still is the star of the show. It survives because it was given to the town long before Conrail's demise and is owned and sometimes staffed by volunteers from the local historical society. The equally historically significant former depot of the coal hauling short line, Huntington and Broadtop Mountain Railroad was not so fortunate. Hunt Tower was once open when I visited, and I got a couple of shots from the operator's bay window, a coveted vantage point for railfan shutterbugs. That's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video and will take time to view some of our other ones. Thanks for watching. Please click the thumbs up icon to like the video and share with your friends via email or social media. I'd love to have you subscribe, and if you do, please click the little bell icon so you'll get notifications whenever I post a new video. Goodbye.